Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today for our daily collective reading. Let's get started and see where we will be guided to go today. Okay, let's see. What messages are we meant to receive today for our reflection on our highest good? Strength. Ooh, beautiful first card to see. Okay, so feeling confident, feeling like we can overcome any obstacle is at the center of our reading. Feeling like we have an empowered ability to manage anything that crosses our path. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that says, I believe in myself, I trust myself, and I trust the timing of everything crossing my path. 8 of Cups and 2 of Swords coming out around that strength card. So you may be sort of needing to hear those affirmations of strength today, those empowering strength affirmations. Oh, my cat just came in. Hi, Susie. Because maybe you recently walked away from something in that 8 of Cups. This may have been an emotionally attached situation that you had to walk away from, and it was a difficult decision to make. 2 of Swords. It was a difficult decision to make, and you may be asking yourself today if you had made the right decision. You might be sort of sitting with it today and thinking, did I do the right thing? You're sort of in your head with this today. But because it was something that you were emotionally attached to, 8 of Cups. So really needing to remind yourself today that anything that crosses your path, let it cross. Anything that comes, let it come. Anything that goes, let it go. To really be trusting the process and trusting yourself. Oh my cat. What's top of mind here? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. So you're sort of being guided to be really focused and determined with yourself. Don't give up. Don't run back. That's the thing. Like, I can't help but feel like because of that 2 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, and now seeing the Knight of Pentacles, that makes me say, don't run back. Don't run back. Trust yourself. Trust the action you took. Trust walking away. Trust the decision you made. Be sort of determined and focused on the now. Instead of sort of thinking, oh, I gotta turn my head and look back and see what's going on back there because I'm not part of that now. That's okay. Keep focused on where you are. Where are you now? And being really determined and focused in the now. Temperance, yeah. Really being moderate here and staying grounded and patient and just having compassion for yourself. So stay in the now. Stay grounded in the knowledge that you are in a place now that you can control how you react. You can overcome obstacles in the now, because that's the only, really, the past is no longer around for us to influence. The only place of influence is the present. And I feel like seeing Temperance and the Knight of Pentacles is sort of guiding you to remember that as you are second guessing yourself, as you are wondering, well, what's going on over there now that I'm not there anymore? Are they talking about me? Are they going to come approach me? Should I go back? It feels like something emotionally attached. So it might have been a relationship. It might have been, an experience that you had with several people that has just sort of, it's almost like you had to do something. There's a new moon in both of these cards, which really makes me think, there it is, really makes me think that you knew intuitively, you knew within yourself that you don't belong there anymore. You needed to change the station, right? We all tune into each other, and sometimes we tune out, right? We tune out and we're not able to stay in that frequency anymore. And so to trust that. And I think that's why we're seeing the Strength card right in the middle. And the Knight of Pentacles is here to sort of encourage you to be temperate and to be focused and to be mindful and conscious and to sort of stay grounded in this present moment. because that's the one. And to sort of even be grateful for the present moment, because it is a time where you can have the space to make choices about things, right? And seeing the Page of Cups come out, that makes me feel like you're transforming things by this action. It may have just felt like a big choice, right? Like I feel like it was a big choice. 8 of Cups, 2 of Swords. It was definitely something that was something that was meaningful to you, that you may have decided no longer served your energy, or you just didn't want to be in that frequency anymore. So you took the road out. And Page of Cups says to me that that may have actually catalyzed a huge transformation for you, by choosing the path that resonates with you. It's almost like you have initiated a whole new beginning. And you may not be aware of it. Page of Cups in reverse. You may not be aware of just how much you've changed the path ahead with your actions in the past. And that the Knight of Pentacles, I feel, is here to tell you to just keep going. Don't give up. Don't run back. Don't give up. Just keep trusting that you can overcome anything, and that you made a choice here that almost feels like it was what you needed to happen. It just no longer served you. 10 of Cups, yeah. The 10 of Cups is an interesting card. I get excited when I see it, but I'm also always reminded that the 10 is also an ending of some kind, right? And it's like I feel when I see the 10 of Cups that the ending is the ending of illusion, the ending of idealizing, the ending of putting something up on a pedestal and saying, this is better and bigger than me, instead of saying, I'm in alignment with this. When we put something up on a pedestal, it definitely is a time where we're comparing worthiness and saying something is much more worthy than I, so I must put that up on a pedestal. And I sort of see the 10 of Cups as a card that is reaching like this emotional fulfillment that feels really content and balanced, but it's also maybe the ending of illusion. It's really seeing something for what it is, and removing any sort of idealized rose-colored glasses sort of perception of something, to see something for what it is and to love it unconditionally as it is, without it meaning that it has more value or worth than you do. And it's interesting to see the 10 of Cups come out. I can't help but think that you have set yourself free from something, my friends. You have set yourself free from something. And I'm purposefully saying you set yourself free because of that Strength card and this 8 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. I mean, you had a choice. You had a choice. And I feel like you chose the path that was free of illusion and idealizing, and you just sort of looked at it as it is, as it really is, without these glasses that idealize something and put it up on a pedestal. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you're starting a new path, and you might not even realize it. In your moment right now, I think you're thinking, what have I done? It's one of those what have I done moments. But it's such a powerful realization, I think, that's coming, that what you've done is you've set yourself free onto something new that is free of illusion and is free of you putting yourself here and putting some other people here, or putting another person here and saying, I look up at this person because they're better than me, or they're worthy and I'm not worthy. And I feel like that lack of balance created a lack of balance in this interaction that eventually I think you saw through and you walked away. The other risk of putting someone on a pedestal is that they have nowhere to go but to fall from that pedestal. And it's almost not fair to even do it to the person that you've put up so high, because they're just a person, right? That we're all people doing our best with the experiences and tools and circumstances that we've had, right? And so to put someone on a pedestal, it's not fair to you or to them, because you're sort of, what is putting someone on a pedestal but saying that they're, I don't know. I know that when I've done that in the past, it's because I've had such an ideal version of that person that when they are expressing themselves as a human being, sometimes you feel disappointed because you're like, wow, I never would have expected them to do that. And then that reveals, oh, you had expectations that I was perfect, or you had expectations that this person was beyond any sort of human measure. Well, that in and of itself can be very illuminating, can't it? So I feel like you've turned a corner here by acknowledging the truth about something and walking away from it, removing any sort of illusion that this was something so ideal and perfect, when now you see the truth that it's, it was the end of a cycle. There's a card on the floor I have to grab, but the World card came out here in reverse for you. And we also have the Eight of Wands. So something within you was saying, we got to move on this. This is such a green light. And like I pointed out before, the new moon in the 8 and the 2 here, 8 of Cups, 2 of Swords, I really feel like intuitively you sensed that this was no longer in alignment with you, and that you may have had someone up on a pedestal with that 10 of Cups. And it was difficult for you to wrap this up, and it's still proving to be difficult. I think you're still wondering if you made the right choice, but this Eight of Wands to me is a very fast-moving, intuitive energy that says, go for it, do it, green light, And I think that 8, with this 8, there was no stopping you from taking the path that resonated for you, and to walk away from something that you may have had an idealized rose-colored glasses. It almost reminds me of that expression that is like, never meet your heroes, because they'll never live up to the thing that you had in your head, right? And that when you do meet someone that you think of as a hero, and then you see that they're just a regular person that does and says things that, they're human. And they're allowed to be human. That's why we're here. We're here having a human experience. So this is an interesting reading. It really makes me wonder if people that are resonating with this today are sort of sitting in a place of, did I do the right thing? Like, I walked away from that. I walked away from something that I would have described as a 10 of Cups. I would have described it as the most ideal version of something. And I walked away from it because it intuitively, it didn't feel like an environment or a space where I could grow anymore. And I feel like you might be doubting your choice today, but only because of the space you've created, I think. That's my feeling looking at these cards. And that it was a big chapter to wrap up with that World card in reverse. So it's like a chapter has closed in the book that is your life. You have turned the page and it's blank, and you get to write it. And the Knight of Pentacles is here to help you stay focused and determined. And the Strength card is here to remind you that you can overcome anything. That Page of Cups is here to say, fill your cup. Let's get started. This is going to be a new adventure. This is a new chapter. This is a new time in your life, truly. And I think it wrapped up a cycle that must have felt like something that I can't help but think that it was something you thought was ideal and permanent. And then you saw something in this Two of Swords, and it showed you, no, this isn't it anymore. And I think you've changed. That's the thing. You've changed. Maybe these people, maybe this experience, maybe this opportunity is exactly how it always was. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when when there's been a big transformation, there's a temptation to point the finger and say, you've changed, you're different. And then it's kind of funny when you realize, you know what? No, it's you that's changed. You're wearing different glasses. So you see things differently now. And as you see things differently, I think you acted. You didn't ignore what you saw, which is, I think, why the Two of Swords is in reverse. You didn't ignore what you saw. You saw it and you acted on it. And I think that you're going to experience an outcome that will even surprise you because of just how much this shift has shifted your direction. It's very interesting, my friends. Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments to see if this resonates for you. It's a very interesting message coming through today. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again for another reading. Leave me some comments. Let me know if it resonated. Sending you lots of love and light.